Once again, my friends, this is Robert Antoinette along with the lovely
Constance Carter.
And we believe that for every situation,
there is a conversation.
Hashtag Conversation Starters Live.
Yes, sir.
Well, any day is a great day to be alive, Constance, but today's showing up as a good day to be alive.
Yeah, you know, I was listening to some music earlier today and it got me just missing that special someone. Yeah.
Really? You about to start crying? You thinking about somebody?
Yeah, it's a possibility. I was just missing them.
Really?
Him.
Him? Her or him? Him.
Yes.
Well, listen, y'all, for those of you who are out there missing somebody, make sure that you reach out, touch them, let them know that you love them, because life is short and you never know when your last day is going to be. So we want to appreciate you for being here. And we want to take this opportunity to tell you that we love you. We appreciate you.
And we miss you.
Yeah. You miss you.
We missed him.
Oh, you missed him?
Yeah.
Oh, we're back again.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah. I was telling them that we love y'all.
And we miss you.
We miss you too?
Yeah.
Let me finish telling them I love you first.
Okay.
Like I was saying, we love y'all. What am I going to do with you? Listen, speaking of missing you, I know a cat that's fight. I think you got to join out his call. Missing you or I miss you? I miss you.
Have you heard it?
Too.
I miss you, Bobo.
Listen, well, I don't want to miss this brother. I want to bring him on, introduce him to the Conversation Starters Live audience.
Family.
Yeah, make sure that you share this out, heart it up, like it up, tell a friend.
Can I tell you a little bit about this brother? Because I heard his single.
Well, hold on, before you tell him about the brother, I want make sure y'all heart this thing up, like it up, share it out, tell a friend, your mom and them, your cousins, go get your sister and your brother. Tell them the Conversation Starters Live is here.
Yeah.
And we got a special guest in the building.
I discovered him.
Did you?
Yeah.
I think we
kind of both discovered him together.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, anyway, I was listening to this joint. I was riding down the street. I was listening to this joint, and it made me miss my significant other. I don't know why, because I just seen him. But anyway.
Why you make it sound so? You say, I miss my baby, my significant other.
I miss my boo.
Who the hell missed their significant other?
I miss him every day.
I miss my baby.
Every day I go to work.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You think about it?
Every day.
Okay.
All
you
day,
play the song?
Yeah. You heard the song?
Okay.
Made me miss my boo. You don't know nothing about this.
Slow down. Hey. The joint is fire. His name is John X.
Hey.
And he's in the building with his newest joint.
That's what I'm talking about.
Hey.
Miss my boo.
Yeah, I'm glad to hear that. That's the job. That means I did my job.
Have me out here.
I did my job.
Have me out here feeling some kind of way.
For sure.
What's going on, y'all? How y'all feeling today?
Good. So we was listening to you earlier, and this song you just released. When did you release "I Miss You"?
I just released "I Miss You" on the 7th of this month. So
wow.
a week and a half.
Nice.
Brand new song.
It's killing.
Thank
but
you.
I also seen you had a joint with Cardi B that you released.
You got some collabos.
Yeah, he got a joint with Rick Rose.
Ricky Rose. The boss.
Jada Kiss.
Jada Kiss, the boss.
Everybody. So you've been in the game for a minute.
I've been grinding. Taking my journey and figuring it out. The music business is a big business, so I had to really scope everything out and figure out who's who. And now I feel very comfortable to be at a position where I'm comfortable releasing music more frequently, and I'm here to stay at it now.
So listen, when it comes to collabos, you know, reaching out to cats, I know we were just on with another interview we had earlier in the day, and he talked about how messy it can get. For you, when you think in terms of like who you want to do a hot joint with, is it difficult for you to reach out? Like, is it a whole bunch of politics? bureaucracy as far as like, let's say right now, if you want to do one with Jay-Z, you know, is that difficult? Let's say you wanted to do one, you know, with what's one man named Fat Joe. Like it, how does that whole deal work? Is that a phone call? Is it relationship?
It depends on which artist I'm talking to. Like Jadakiss, that's my boy. We got 2 songs together.
Yeah.
I got songs with Styles P,
Yeah.
Chic Luch. So I ended up working with the whole locks. Certain things are just really a label call and putting that together. You can't force any artist to jump on your music if they don't like it. So that's first thing first. I'm very thankful and very grateful that, you know, all the artists that I work with, they were happy to do the song and be a part of the song. So that always makes it, like Rick Ross said on the beginning of the song, he said, "You gotta love this."
Yeah.
And I was listening to him saying, I'm like, oh shoot, like that's Rick Ross saying, like Rick Ross, that's the boy.
Right.
He's saying this gonna be the biggest song of the year. And I'm just like, huh? You know, you can't pay somebody to say that, yet alone he didn't charge me for the verse. But even if he did, you can't pay him to say that.
That's right.
So a lot of it comes with the passion of the artist just liking the song and really being a fan of the music as well.
Yeah. So I know you've been grinding. I know you're a musician. You play several instruments, piano, guitar. Taking time. Were you producing other people before, or?
I started off singing first. That was my first passion, to be an artist, and I started that first, and then from there I was like, you know what, I could share my songs with other artists, because it took some time to get used to that. Like, in the beginning, you don't really like to give your style of music to another artist until you blow up with it, and then I realized a Josh X song that's sang by me or written by me is still Josh X, and I had to get over that part in that process and realize that whatever comes first comes first. Yeah. Whether it's producing, writing, or my song, it's still my brand, it's still my name. So for me,
get that money. That's money.
Get that money.
Yes.
Yeah,
for sure. So listen, I mean, as in terms of getting yourself out there, and you have been grinding. So a lot of independent artists are coming out of nowhere and absolutely killing the game. Mm-hmm. And then you have some other established artists who are with labels. Like, I mean, where are you with that? If you're talking to a young cat that's looking to aspire to be like a Josh X, they got their sound, they know that their product is hot, but they don't know which way to go with it. Like, how would you steer them getting into this game right now?
It depends on what their goal is. Like, if their goal is to stay independent, then you just gotta really grind, which is okay. A lot of people take the independent route because it's better. You own your masters, you own your music, it's yours. If you need the money, then you're gonna take a major label deal. Right now with today's business climate, you gotta see what works best for you. My project is released on independent, but we got major backing. So it's like KSR Epic Records. KSR is an independent label.
Josh.
Yeah.
You getting your feet done right now?
Am I getting my what?
You getting your feet done right now? Are you at the pedicure?
Yeah, the pedicure.
I'm in my house.
Oh,
okay.
I thought you was in a pedicure chair.
No. I'm in my house.
Okay, he's in the theater seats. He's in the theater seats. Okay.
I got the big seats at the crib.
Ball status. Okay.
Yeah, I'm in my house, right? See? Show you my crib a little bit. Show y'all.
You baller status.
I'm in my crib.
Yes. All right.
That's
I thought you did.
No, I did look like that for a quick
second.
second.
And then I heard some little back. I was like, wait a minute, are they massaging his feet right about that?
I love it.
Oh, he's back. So let me ask you this. As far as you going out there and pursuing and being on an independent label, has that been more fruitful for what you're doing because you write your own music? Is that why you chose to go that route?
Well, my label is independent, but we on a major label as well. So I have best of both worlds, which is good. I have attention that my label KSR puts all that attention into me, and then I have also Epic Records that puts attention to me. So it's both sides.
Okay.
the reason why I did that, because R&B, you need a structure, you need a system of R&B. But hip hop, you might not need to be on any label because it moves faster. You know, it's a quicker response. R&B is a marathon, not a race.
Yeah.
So you have to be prepared to run that marathon, and sometimes you need a lot of hands on deck, so you could they could pick up the things that you may be lacking in. So for me, I'm on KSR Epic Records, which is pretty much a major label. So, but we have independent side of it too, which is good.
Yeah. So I noticed that you embraced the hip hop world, and you did a lot of hot joints, including with Cardi B. So in terms of like that R&B feel, is there a young lady out there that you want to like do a collabo with?
On the R&B level, yeah, I would love to work with a lot of artists like Summer Walker. I think she's super dope.
Yeah.
Ella May, I love her voice. Love LMA's voice. I think Alicia Keys and I would make a dope record.
Yeah.
A piano ballad. I would love that.
Oh, that would be fire.
Yeah, that would be fire.
How long have you been in the business, Josh?
This is like, I forget sometimes. I started in 2010.
Wow, so you've been in the business 10 years.
Yeah, 10 years.
And how have your records done? Like the ones previous to 2020, how have they generally done?
All my songs charted on R&B charts. So far, so good. I haven't really been somebody that has had a hard time against support. A lot of people love my music on the business side, which is good. So I've been thankful for having On My Mind to chart. That was actually Cardi B's first recorded charting R&B, charted Billboard song, period, because that song came out in 2016. We are on the same label. I don't know if you know that, but KSR is the name of the label that I was doing. Cardi B signed to the label, Hood Celebrity, and myself, and some more artists. But in 2016, we released Have It On My Mind, and that was Cardi's actually first Billboard record. That charted on Billboard for 23 weeks. All On Me was my second record with Rick Ross that charted, and now this is my third single, and I'm waiting to see what we do. They say I'm a few steps away from the charts, so I'm looking forward to it. I'm happy.
All right, give me 1 second.
So listen, while you're out there in the streets, right, and you're looking to see your stuff like really get on, are you concerned about being on a radio station or streaming?
Hold on. Ask them that again while I'm here, not while I go. Sorry, my battery was dying.
Not a problem.
We're gonna cut it and then we're gonna ask them again.
Edit it.
We're gonna edit it. We're gonna ask them again.
Pretend like you've been here the whole time.
Yes.
We good now?
We Gucci.
Let's do this. All right. Big dog. I know why you're talking about waiting for your stuff to chart, right? I know the game has changed a lot as well. A lot of artists can tell you stories about how they sat out in front of radio stations looking to get their joints played, right? But the game has changed so drastically that as an independent artist, as you alluded to earlier, you can kind of, command and chart your own course. Are you concerned about the radio play? And if so, like, how do you go about pushing that?
I am concerned about it because that's how I started. I'm an artist that's been blessed to be on the radio since I came out. My home city supports me. High 97 in New York, 105.1 in New York, WBLS in New York. They all play my music. So I feel like that's important to stay that route because the radio is what got me to become Josh X. They were like the first people pumping my music and getting me national. And I think it's important. But for artists, it's not always the end all be all. You don't have to be a radio artist. Just for me, if you're talking about my particular career, in particular, that was important for me. So I feel like if you have those relationships with the DJs, stay with them, keep friends with them, because it's still important. People try to front like radio is not important, but it's super important. They have a machine to play you in millions of people. There's millions of people in New York City right now. And if they play me on prime time, that's millions of people that got an opportunity to discover my music. So I don't take that for granted.
And that's one of the reasons why I asked you that, Josh, because you know if you ask that same question to another artist who will go nameless for this particular conversation that we're having, it's you know, I don't need radio. I control my own joints. You know, blah 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 blah. And so it's really real and refreshing to know. I mean, at the end of the day,
people still listen to the radio.
Yeah, people still listen to the radio.
Yeah, radio is important, and I don't think it's gonna ever go anywhere. There might be different forms of it: online radio, this radio, that radio. You know, maybe whatever they come up with, but radio is important. Whether it's a radio that's on the internet station, a Pandora radio station, it's super important to have that support. And if you can get it, because it makes a difference in your life. It really does. You start to feel your music is getting spread across the country. So I'm very grateful for that.
You going on tour after this pandemic?
I would love to. I mean, we were supposed to be going on tour this summer, but pandemic happened, so things kind of settled that out. But next year, 2021, I think God is gonna make sure that this gets taken care of soon. I'm a big believer in faith, and I feel like this was something that, you know, I think the world needed to slow down to understand how important life is. And to appreciate each other, because everyone's just moving so fast all the time. And I feel like 2021, I'm looking forward to jumping on the road and doing a tour.
Move fast again.
back to the track. Back to the track.
What have you been doing? What have you been doing during this pandemic?
I've been taking care of my family. My mom is my everything. I was just raised with my mom. My dad wasn't around in my life after my mom and him divorced. You know, I didn't have a father present growing up. So my mom, for me, she had caught COVID-19. And that was a scary experience because I was like, damn, you know, at the beginning when she caught it, everybody was passing away. And I was just like, damn, like, I hope this ain't the story I'm going to be dealing with, because I didn't know how to even accept that you were even in a pandemic. But she's Haitian, my mom, and Dominican. And she just made one of them old school teas. You know, she went to the herbs and the ginger and the frog legs and all this crazy stuff that people thought. I'm just playing. No frog legs.
Yeah, okay.
No frog legs.
Frog legs up in there. Okay, frog legs. Okay. She went all the way back to Haiti with that one.
Yeah, she brought out one of them Haitian potions, and let me tell you, in 5 days, that COVID-19 was out of here. So that was something that was blessed
from. Yeah,
for sure.
I was very happy that she was able to fight that. And besides that, taking care of my family, my mom, because she, you know, she's at the age now. It's time for me to be the person to take care of her. She took care of me when I was a kid. She put me in music school. She made sure I had the best education. She made sure I went to Juilliard. She made sure I learned at some of the best schools. And my mom, for me, during this pandemic, it was like, okay, Josh, now I have all the time to spoil her, be there for her, call her 24 hours until she doesn't want to talk anymore, see her every time that I want to see her. She's now like, get out. Because now I'm just there, you know, making sure we cook for her, bringing her food, bringing her groceries, because she's a senior citizen. And I can't have my mom out here, you know, playing games right now. I just got to make sure she's right. So I think for me, this whole transition made me really just focus and zone in on family. And I think that's important.
That's what's up. So listen, Josh, I see you downstairs in the basement, I'm assuming.
This is the first floor. The first floor.
First floor.
Yeah, I got 3 floors.
Okay.
So peep game. Like I think I saw a keyboard
I see
on the floor.
I see the bass. I think
yeah. So it's like, you know, you should probably like bless the people like with a, you know, like stroke something real quick.
Stroke something, or play a little something on the keys.
I got you. Hold on. I'm gonna relocate. Hold on.
That's cool. What's up?
Good looking out, Rob.
No, I'm saying I saw that and I was like, dude is talented. And we bumped this joint in the radio.
In the car?
Yeah, that was up. And then I said, let's do it.
I'm gonna sing a little Brian McKnights. It's my favorite artist in the whole wide world that I was lucky to be endorsed by very early in my career. He's the first R&B singer to endorse me, and then after Brian came Stevie Wonder. And I've been a fan of this guy since a little kid. But let me play a song. It's called Anytime. You might know a little bit of it.
Oh, yeah.
I can't remember why we fell apart. But something that was so meant to be. Forever is a promise in our hearts. And more I wonder where you are. Do I ever cross your mind anytime? Do you ever wake up reaching out for me? Do I ever cross your mind anytime, baby? Oh, I miss you, baby, I miss you, I miss you. Oh, baby, I miss you.
Hey. Oh my God.
Going south to south, going south to south.
Yeah, it's one of my favorite songs. Yes, he
Yo.
blessed me tonight. He blessed me
That
tonight.
was nice.
Yes. You guys gotta pick up Josh X's his single. I miss you.
I miss you.
Same name. Now, Josh,
Yeah.
when I first heard the name, I was like, is he a 5%er? But then I see something. That your last name was Thanos, right?
Exantis.
Exantis.
And that's why I changed it to Josh X, because you know I don't know how I got that name Exantis, because they say it's Greek and I'm definitely not Greek, but hey, who knows? Exantis is, for some reason, a lot of people had a hard time when I first came out. They were like, yo, brand new Josh Exantis is this. Damn, they killing me on these airwaves. And one day, Ebro from High 97, he was like, yo, you Josh X from now on, bro. He was like, they killing you on the radio, bro. It's hard to say your last name. And I was like, no, it's not. But we go back and forth. And all my friends already called me JX, Josh X, J. It was always, the X was always there.
Okay.
Because people just, Exantis was just, not a common name, I guess, for people to say. And I just said, let me remember Josh X. And that's how we got to the Josh X.
You know what I'm saying? Assalamu alaikum, my brother.
No. Salam alaikum. So what is it? Salam alaikum.
Alaikum salam.
Yo, yeah, there he goes. There he goes. Salam yeah, I forget. So many things in my mind. But no, I'm not Muslim. Shout out to Muslims. I have a lot of Muslims in my family. A lot of people that's into that faith. And I definitely am not a 5%er or any of that. I'm a Christian man. My mom was very big with the Christian faith. She raised me in Christianity. So
all praise to
Yeah.
So, Josh, I know that we had an opportunity to listen to your music and to bump you in the radio blast, and it was kind of disrespectful too, matter of fact, because it was so good.
Yeah.
But
on repeat.
For somebody who is listening to Conversation Starters Live for the very first time, why don't you tell us what that Josh X sound is? Like, if you were to describe what genre you're in and what people can get when they hear your music. For somebody for the very first time who's saying, oh my God, let me go check this cat out. What am I going to get when I download you from iTunes, Spotify, from wherever you are streaming live? What am I going to get with the Josh X experience?
The Josh experience for the first time would be just real stories of love. I feel like I never saw love in my house growing up because my father wasn't around. I never saw my mom be in love, if that makes any sense. And when I was growing up, I kind of was like, I wonder what that would be like, one day when I find that special someone. So what I did is I wrote about it and what the stories were that I would have loved to see in my household growing up. you know, being at the dinner and seeing my mom get the flowers and getting the gifts. I didn't see that growing up. My mom was the mother and the father. So for me, I'm that artist that's that voice for those children that might be growing up the same way. But for them to not take the wrong ways of life, to realize that you can come from a broken home and still make it. You don't have to go into all of those bad situations and lead yourself into those dark roads.
Yeah.
The music sometimes, or that passion that you love, can take you away from there. So Josh X stands for that. He stands for that, for dreams and for never giving up. And if you about that life and you like stories of really finding people that had horrible beginnings but beautiful endings, then you'll fall in love with Josh X, because that's exactly what my life was. It was a very scary beginning. Just seeing my mom go through so many things, 5 of us in a 7 of us in a 2-bedroom apartment growing up and not really knowing what to expect. But my mom told me one thing and it stuck with me ever since I was a kid. She said, when I told her one day, I said, Ma, I want to get me a pair of Jordans. She was like, boy, not only did your father give me no child support for you to get some Jordans, but what I will tell you is you should make a name for yourself. And you make yourself hot. You make yourself big. Michael Jordan did that for himself and his family. You do that for yourself. And that stuck with me. And for me, Josh X is a pure representation of that. That kid growing up in maybe one of them communities that you might not have a picture perfect life, but as you look up, you see the end of the light. You see that light at the end of the tunnel. And that's what, and if you discover me, you'll hear that pain and that story in my music.
I am inspired.
Thank
This
you.
young brother, he's a romantic. He loves his mama. He loves his family. But you're overall this good guy that has taken the right path, that has took the bumps and the bruises, and then you've made something of yourself with that. And I think that is absolutely commendable.
Thank you.
Keep doing
Annie, you think?
I'm up in here.
Flat out.
Yeah.
Dude can say.
Thank you.
Yeah, for sure. So, and keeping with what Constance is saying, just for that, we love to celebrate and highlight Black excellence, but beyond that, just people who are good people, right?
Yeah.
And I always tell Constance this, and you'll relate to this, Josh. Like when you hear somebody say, "He a good dude," like I tried to break that down to her. I'm a good dude, right? She's like, "Well, what does that mean exactly?" So I'm giving you the highest compliment that I can give you right now.
That's that DC compliment.
You are a good dude, right?
Thank you.
And
Thank you.
I appreciate you for sharing your gift on the spot.
Yeah.
I mean, that just speaks to who you are and the realness that you have presented, not only in your music, but here in this conversation with us. And not a lot of people that can do that. You know what I mean?
Thank you. I appreciate y'all for that. I appreciate that.
Super talented. We talk to people all the time, but it's you don't always find people who have the humility and the intellect and the love and the talent that you have. So we know that you are going to go so very far.
Thank you.
Stay humble.
I definitely will. My mother really made sure that was something that was important to me. I don't care how big you get. You're my son, and I'll break your ass down if you need me to. So I said, hey, let me tell you, I don't play with my mom. Mom is very tough. She raised me like I was in the army. And for me, I think staying humble is always a constant reminder, because I know how I got here. I know how the journey was. I used to be able to not even imagine that I would have been in this position I am today. Trust me, it's a blessing. It's a blessing. So I will never lose that. And I'll always remain humble, no matter how big I get, or how famous I get, or how wealthy I get. It's just to always remember where I came from, because my mom reminds me every second she gets a chance. I'm always going to be her son, no matter what, no matter how many platinum this or that, you're always going to be Joshua. So I'm always be humble. For sure.
I love it.
He's talented.
So Joshua, I'm gonna stir up the pot a little bit before we let you go. Greatest of all time: Kobe, LeBron, or MJ?
Movie. MJ.
MJ, my man.
Good
Respect
choice.
due. Yeah.
Good choice. All right. So I don't have one actually.
It's okay. So usually when I ask a sports question, that'll get her stumped. And the only reason why I mention that because every young African American male that I know of, including me, had to have a pair of J's. Period. That was standard issue. You know,
that's a must.
Summer. Yeah. You had to have a pair, but not everybody wearing Jordan can play like Jordan. Let me tell you that first off.
And that's a fact. That is a fact. Not everybody got them J's can jump like Jay.
Right.
No, not at all. Well, listen, man, it has been an absolute honor and a pleasure talking to you. I want to make sure that if you're listening to Conversation Starters Live right now, you go out and check the kid, Josh X. Make sure you get his music wherever music is sold, distributed, and streamed. Make sure you Spotify, all of it. I can't even name them.
Spotify, Apple, Pandora, Google, Amazon. Sing your kid. I Miss You available on all platforms.
All platforms. There it is.
Yeah.
All right.
And again, we thank you so much, man. And
thank you for having me. I really appreciate y'all taking the time out to interview me.
Beautiful brother.
My man.
Thank you so much.
Take care. And
y'all be good. Y'all stay safe now.
We will try.
All right, big dog.
God bless.
God bless.
See you.
Bye-bye.